Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Populous Podcast. I'm Chase,
I'm Charles.
and today we're finally going to be telling you guys our thoughts on the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement.
A few days ago, the House approved the revised deal by a resounding 385 votes to 41. This, of course, came after they impeached President Trump.
So, both Democrats and President Trump are claiming this is a victory. So, what exactly is in the deal?
Well, after a few provisions that Democrats got taken out that would have lengthened pharmaceutical monopolies and got the language of the deal tweaked to be more pro labor, the deal now consists of updates to the North American Free Trade Agreement, also known as NAFTA. These new provisions are, generally speaking, okay.
In the automobile industry, there are provisions requiring that 75% of vehicle parts must be made in one of the three participating countries, up from 62.5% in NAFTA, requiring 45% of vehicle parts to be made by workers who are making at least $16 an hour by 2023, up from 40%.
Furthermore, in the agricultural industry, American farmers will now be allowed more access to the Canadian dairy market.
However, there were some things that should have been renegotiated in the deal that just flat out weren't. For example, there were absolutely no new provisions made about climate standards, the oil industry, or the gas industry. While Speaker Pelosi likes to point out that there was new language put in the deal that allows for better environmental protections, that, especially in the current administration, means next to nothing.
Ideally, I also would have liked to see more vehicle parts be made in North America, probably between 80 and 90%. And I also would have liked to see, at the very, very minimum, 2/3 of vehicle parts being made by workers making at least $16 an hour. But this is still a modest improvement on NAFTA. So that begs the question, who are the biggest economic and political victors out of this agreement? Well, in my mind, the two biggest winners, economically speaking, are pretty clear. It's American farmers and Mexican workers. American farmers are obviously getting more access to the Canadian dairy market, and Mexican workers are going to start getting paid more, and they're going to start, hopefully, getting better conditions. The fossil fuel industry should also be mentioned as an honorable mention, considering they got to avoid any repercussions through new negotiation.
Politically speaking, though, President Trump does now have a shiny new campaign tool to use in the Rust Belt to try and stop the hemorrhage of his support loss since 2016. But I also think anyone who votes against this could be a big winner as well.
Many progressives, including the Squad and Bernie Sanders, have voiced their concerns with the deal for whatever reason, most of them citing the lack of environmental protections, and that could end up helping their pro-worker non-compromising rhetoric. But the bottom line is that the deal is essentially the Obamacare of trade deals. Sure, it's 100% an improvement on what we currently have, but it doesn't go far enough, nor does it take on the industries that are causing the American people pain.
I wouldn't read too much into how anyone votes on this. It doesn't matter a hell of a lot either way, considering the damage was already done with NAFTA, and this doesn't make a wild difference in jobs. Well, that's our take on the new USMCA trade deal. Feel free to leave your opinions down below. That's all we have for y'all today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.